Hi fellas. I'm back. I'm extra greasy. I'm feeling good after a big pumped workout. One day these will be huge, I guarantee it. But yeah, feeling good, feeling nice. Had some dinner, ran around, frolicked, all that kind of stuff, wandered even. Learnt that balsamic vinegar doesn't stain, which is awesome, and that's one of the many reasons why balsamic vinegar is the best salad dressing. But yeah, I had a little adventure while I was gone, and it's time to get back to editing. And since I'm getting back to editing, peep the guns, you peep them, you see them. My stick arms. That's so embarrassing. Anyways. Alright. Gains incoming. Exactly. Thank you. I will look like Zoro soon. Now, why are you being monitored? I don't understand. I don't understand this. Stop being monitored. Okay, there we go. Alright. Let's put on some music and get to it, huh? Because I got work to do and I want to at least get to 10 minutes today in my editing. That would be nice. Lord Look did post the edit. Yeah, she asked me. They asked me if they could. And I said, yeah, duh. Of course you can. And I'm big glad they did. Congrats for going to the gym, thanks. It's been like a week and a half since I've been to the gym because my ankles hurted. My ankles hurt for some reason. Not anymore, and that's why I went to the gym. Hello. Your feels hurt. Maybe they do hurt from impact on treadmill. Oh my goodness, I never thought of that. How do I stop that from happening? Am I just a heavy stepper? Am I a big stepper? Is that the problem? What? Am I gonna keep hurting then? Because I run on the treadmill. Oh my god, I'm running right to ankle hurt. Oh my god, congratulations on your top surgery. I'm so happy for you. That must feel so good to get it off your chest. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But I'm happy for you, truly. Hey, bobbing. Ellipticals. What's ellipticals? Now I have to look it up. I can do like as did the bikes? Oh my goodness, wait, can I get as much like work done? Like, can I burn as much as I do on the treadmill as I can with this bike? Doing shoulders. Really? Are you telling me I never have to? Oh my god, I can just do like a 10-minute walking session on the treadmill and then go straight to the bike. Oh my goodness. What? Maybe I do need a personal trainer. Oh my god, you're kidding me. That's crazy. No. Yeah, I did stairs, I did treadmill, then I did planks, and then I did some like thrust squat things, then I did arms, and then I did abs crunches. Oh my god, I had no idea the bikes were as good for you. Oh, I'm shocked. I'm just shocked because running just feels natural, right? Oh my god. I'm pissed because I hate treadmill. I hate treadmill with all my heart and I still do it. Wow. How long do I have to do it for to be able to 1 minute's quite long, yeah. What the hell? This is such news to me because I don't look this shit up. I just go, yeah, running good. Monkey Brain said running good. Jesus, oh my goodness. Bikes it is. Elliptical it is. Wow, I had no idea because no one uses them at my gym. So I was like, they can't be good. Holy shit, alright. I'll be doing that for like 10 minutes and I'll walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then I'll do that for 10 minutes. My god. I'm in shock. I'm just in shock. Sorry, Bobbing is meowing. What? There's nothing for you out there. Come on. Bobbing. Hey. Come here. Bobbing. Bobbing, there's nothing for you out there. Bobbing, come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Jump up. Do you want attention? Bobbing. Come on. Jump up. Jump up. Then how in the hecking hell am I seeing people running on the treadmill for like 10 solid minutes without pausing? Are their joints not hurting like the devil, like Satan himself? Alright, nice to know. Well, I will now walk for 10 and do a bike for 10. That's pissing me off. I can't believe that. You're on one right now? We're designed for endurance running. What do you mean we're the best at it in the animal kingdom? That cannot be true. I've seen cats run for miles. Miles. Bobbing! Come on. Come here. She's looking at me like it's my fault. I'm not letting her out because if I let her out, she'll whoa, whoa, whoa. She's very annoying. No, Bobbing is Blueberry. That's just one of her nicknames. We run them down? What animals were running from us? That's terrifying. Oh yeah, my gym has all those on their big machines. I was peeved actually because they had the Olympics on, so I could see like what was happening. They had that dude that did the Frankie super pose. He was doing his weights and I was watching him and I was like, I remember that guy, he did the Frankie pose. But I had to move to the other side of the gym to do my arms. And I couldn't see the screen from there and I was pissed. And I was like, God damn it. I have to do my arms, but I want to watch the weights. My gym needs screen improvements, I think. God, that makes so much sense because my ankles have been hurting like the goddamn devil. And it has to be because I've been jogging. I'm so pissed off. I thought I was making my body better. I was making it worse. We can run and walk for days on end? Oh my golly gosh. That's not... No, that's messed up. I think we're kind of scary. The walker. That sounds like that horror movie It Follows. Terrifying. I love It Follows. It's a good movie. It Follows is crazy because you'd think it's not a good concept, but it's basically the snail concept, but as people, and it's scary. I haven't seen the Smile movie. I'm so pissed off. I cannot believe we're not designed for like running fast and big. I've been hurting my poor ankles. Oh my god, I have to tell Brittany this because we go to the gym together and she's going to be so happy because I think we both hate the treadmill. Or maybe she doesn't actually. Maybe it's just me. But I hate the treadmill. I'm so bored on it. Because something about me, I cannot be on the treadmill and be on my phone at the same time or I will swerve. And I just like crash off the treadmill. It's impossible for me. I'm really bad at it. I mean, I'm still going to walk on the treadmill. I just won't run anymore. I replaced that with the bake. Okay. Blueberry, you're not going outside. No matter how much you beg, it's not happening. You fucked up squatting. I'm scared to squat, yeah. I walk with an incline, yeah. I walk with the highest incline I can get. And then I run on a non-incline. And now I've discovered my ankles don't like that. And I feel betrayed. Sorry, did someone ask what song? This one? I'm not sure. Why isn't it? Why can't I see the chapters? National Park or Sacred... Oh, that's Key Moments. I don't know. The playlist I'm listening to is Poker and Chill by Game Chops. So you can go seek it out there. Oh, there are two of me. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I don't know why that happened. Hi guys. Sorry, I just thought you should get double the reaction, obviously. That's why I did that. That was all on purpose. That was totally on purpose. I'm so sorry. I did my toasters. Oh, my little guys. I don't have my boys on the screen. I know that's what you're all here for. I know you want them here. Bobbing? Bobbing? What are you doing? Hey, you... I'm not getting up, Bobbing. She was never going to split it 50-50. She was a little liar. She was always going to steal the rest from him. She is so funny. What do I get the panels from? I don't know if I should say. I might get in trouble. Let's say a totally legal source that does not re-upload the panels. This is what I mean when I say I'm fine with new translations. I'm not against that. Again, it's just the leaks. It's just the release before the officials is all I care about. Oops, I got a virus. Bobbing! Stop it! Biting my cord. She's not actually, she's pretending to. I know you don't care about that, and I know you're just trying to get my attention. I know you don't care about that. Oh my god, she winked at me. I hate this bitch. Hang on, I'm gonna put her in air jail for a bit. And by air jail, I mean hug jail. If I have to let her out, she at least has to suffer some consequences. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to deal with it for a little bit, Bobbing, because you've just been so rude to me. And then I'll let you out. Meow. Don't you put your claws in my shirt. You know that doesn't make me happy. I have to hold your paws because you're very upsetting. No, it's not cute. She's terrible. No. No, you have to deal with this for a little bit. You want to go out, you gotta suffer my wrath. You need to learn. You need to learn your selfish ways. No, she gaps. She's just trying not to. This is how you teach cat. This is how you teach cat to be... Yeah, well, she doesn't scream. She doesn't actually, like, nothing's hurting her. She's not being hurt. She's just dramatic. Can you hear that? She, like, it's from the back of her throat she releases that. She's like a roaring. Yeah. Don't put your claws on my clothes. No claws on clothes, not allowed. Ma'am. Ma'am. Ah, she's not actually hurting me. Do I have to hold you like this? Come here. Come here. Hang on. Sorry, she has to learn her devious ways. She needs to learn there are consequences. There are consequences! There are consequences to your actions. There are consequences to your actions, and you need to learn this. She's very dramatic. Like, nothing is hurting her, I guarantee you. She gives... Wow, it's so sorrowful, so mournful. Oh, what is it bobbing? Oh, what is it? Mwah, mwah, mwah. It's just so tough, isn't it? You live the hardest little life in the world. You live the hardest life in the world. Oh, you live the hardest life in the world. Your life is so hard. No one loves you. No one cares about you. No one feeds you every single day. No one cares. No one cares. You just live such a hard life. Alright, I'll let her go now. I should say to Blueberry, I put a roof over your head. I feed you. She's very talkative, but especially when you pick her up, she's very talkative. She's so funny because she says hi to you in the mornings. Like if she is it in my room and I walk out and she's on the couch, she goes, "Mah," and that means hi. She's saying good morning. She goes, "Mah." She's very funny. Kitty in timeout. It's just crazy. She's learned how to do that. She used to not be talkative at all. And then I hate her because she mimics other cats and she mimics the worst behaviors that gets attention. She's smart and I really hate it. Like, she used to be the perfect little thing. She used to not do anything terrible. She learned how to open doors from my best friend's cat. She learned how to put her paw there and open door. That's fine. Opening doors is fine. Then we had another cat that stayed here for a little bit. That cat would put her paw under the door, like under the door frame, and shake like the goddamn devil to make you know that she is at the door and she wants in. Guess what Blueberry learned? She learned to do that. She never used to do that until she saw that cat do it. She also learned that if you pick her up and she cries, there's probably a chance she will put her down, because we had a cat that would get super grumpy if you picked it up. Wow! Or put it down. Blueberry went, I'll keep that one in my bank. And that's how I know she's not actually hurting. She's not actually like in despair. She's just learned, maybe if I make noise, they'll put me down. She learned scratching at doors. We used to have a cat here that would scratch at doors. She learned that. Didn't used to do that. Now she scratches at doors. The worst one she ever learned, and I hate that this happened. We had a cat here, and that cat pissed on the bathroom rug. No reason for it. Now, when Blueberry's litter box needs changing, or if she just wants it to be changed, guess what she does? She pisses on that damn bathroom rug. Never, ever used to do that. Never used to do that. And I'm like, you are actually kidding me. She has learned and picked up all of these behaviors to make you give her attention. And it's so frustrating because it's like, on one hand, yeah, I got a smart cat. On the other hand, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe she's learned these, like, the worst traits you could ever learn from other cats. Until he died. Everyone hates a smart woman. So much hate. The worst thing she does, it's not even that bad, but the most annoying thing she does is she's not really devious, but if she wants to be fed or wants attention, she'll come into your room and she'll knock things over because she knows that'll make you get up, or she'll pretend to chew on your wires. Pretend. She doesn't actually. But there's always a chance that she might, and she knows this. So it makes you get up and walk over to her, and she's like, I got you, now go feed me. I cannot believe her. She's a troll. You know, I cannot stand her sometimes. Do, do, do. Remember all those creepypastas that appeared because of this song? I always think about it. Children got headaches and died. Okay. I miss when the internet, you couldn't prove anything, you know what I mean? Or you couldn't prove against anything and you just had to kind of believe it, like it could be true. Sorry, I'm looking at some of the chapters and they're making me laugh. They're making me giggle. I can't show them on the screen because I'm worried if I show them in a row. But hang on, let me just... So I'm laughing at the fact that let me open them. I'm laughing at this because, you know, Luffy's saying, yeah, we're pirates, and Nami's like, how dare you, I'm not a pirate, or whatever. And then Zoro's laughing here, and it's like, Zoro's like severely injured and wounded right at this point, like he's messed up, so he's laughing. And then the next frame after Zoro laughing is Luffy running away with him. Like Zoro's so fucked. No, the blood. Gets carried off. Oh, One Piece is so funny. He was so screwed. That's funny. Oh, speaking of Zoro, hi buddy. Oh, Kaiba! Wow, this art rocked. Oh, I miss you, Kazuki Takahashi. Fly high, King. Yeah, I saw the Punk Hazard thing. I can't believe I forgot about that. I'm kicking myself for that. It is exactly like the Punk Hazard thing. When he's yelling at Luffy to shape up or ship out, essentially. Get your act together. And Sanji was the one that said he's so hard on himself. And Luffy picked that up too, because Luffy and Sanji know Zoro. And Luffy said, I'm sorry, yeah. Because they know. They know that this is Zoro being nervous, being afraid, being anxious. Anxious because he doesn't feel he's strong enough, because maybe he feels he messed up a little bit. So it's like, like, I just don't understand how people see Zoro saying that thing about Vegapunk and go, yeah, actually, they either go, yeah, Zoro's actually thinking that, or they go, oh, he's so mean. And it's like, Zoro's always been like this. And it's because he just can't process his anxieties, his upset. He's just bad at it. So he acts like a dick. He's always been this way. Like, I don't understand why it's so confusing when we've seen it consistently. I've seen some people say it's out of character, but it's a consistent thing he does. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I've also seen some people say, oh no, Zoro just doesn't give a shit about Vegapunk. He just doesn't give a shit. First of all, people all gave a shit about Vegapunk. Like, just because Zoro didn't know him personally doesn't mean he can't be upset or care about Vegapunk dying. Second thing is, okay, but Luffy cared. The crew cared. Just because Zoro didn't have a personal bond or connection with Vegapunk in the same way doesn't mean he can invalidate the crew's feelings, especially Luffy's feelings for being upset about Vegapunk dying. Like, that's not what that's about. It's not about, like, oh, Zoro's right actually, or Zoro didn't actually care. Like, so are you saying Zoro doesn't have any empathy if you're saying that? I would like him to have empathy. I believe he has empathy. Like, that's such a weird thing to think, to be like, Zoro actually doesn't care. But the crew does. And Zoro's not one to invalidate Luffy for feeling upset about someone dying. One Piece takes death very seriously. Very seriously. We know this. Death is a serious thing in One Piece. Death impacts a character for life in One Piece. That's why there's so few deaths in One Piece, because Oda understands that impact. Luffy is in all his right to feel depressed about Vegapunk dying. He's not just some old geezer. That's 100% Zoro, like, trying to push something away or push something down. That's 100% the case. Zoro is also upset that Vegapunk died. Or thought he died. He was 100% upset about that, and he was trying to push that down. Also, the fact that Egghead was not a good arc for Zoro. And I don't mean that as in Zoro had like terrible moments. I mean Zoro as a person wasn't having a good time. He wasn't succeeding in a lot of his fights. He was told by Sanji he was a burden because he couldn't, like, make Luffy fuck off. He did not have a good time. That was a terrible time for Zoro because he had a lot of weak moments, in my opinion. And again, I'm not saying that in an agenda way. I'm saying this is, I like seeing this happen to Zoro because it reminds me he is a human being. He's a human being who has complicated feelings. Oda writes human beings. Oh my god, who knew? Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. Like, Zoro was messed up over Lucci. He got called a burden twice. He got called one by Sanji, and then he got called one by Lucci. Lucci knew. Lucci spotted that insecurity in a second in Zoro. In a second. And he used that. And he semi-succeeded because Zoro couldn't take him out until Sanji said, get your fucking act together. And he got his act together, but that still didn't take Lucci out. And Jinbe had to come and get Zoro. Now imagine how fucking useless Zoro would have felt because of that. He would have felt like shit because of that. I feel that's the point. Zoro's not happy. He would have felt like he really fumbled on Egghead because he couldn't be there to help Vegapunk, and he knew that's where he needed to be, but he couldn't get there because he totally messed up with Lucci. And again, that's fine. That's the point. We're reading a story about people. These are people. Jerry, these are people, Jerry. Like, that's the point. That's the point. Characters will go through turmoil. They'll have shit things happen to them. Zoro had a shit thing happen to him. So of course he's gonna lash out. I was born to make video essays. I just love stories about humans. I love stories about people. I love stories about emotions, exploring traumas, exploring dramas, all that kind of shit. I love that. And I love that Zoro, and especially One Piece as a whole, embody this. All the Straw Hats will have different reactions to things a lot of the time. And it's so interesting because you know exactly where those reactions come from. You know how they've grown into the people they are. That's what makes One Piece so good. When a character says or does something, I know exactly why they're saying that because I can go back in their story and pinpoint where this has come from. That is such a rarity in terms of a lot of stories, especially shonen. Like, shonen usually is not that good. I will like, in terms of human emotion, in terms of writing a human character with human emotion, you're lucky to get that twice in a shonen. Getting that across the whole board, oh, thank you for the sub. Getting that across the whole board is crazy. Crazy, right? So it's like, that's why when I see Zoro say something like that, I know exactly where that's come from and I know why he's saying that. And it makes me happy to know that, He's a human being. It's all I want. And when something seems out of character, we get an explanation. Exactly. Exactly. It's true. Yeah, his inability to be emotionally open. I mean, no, I true. Like, I'm gonna be so for real. People saying no, this is just Zoro wanting Luffy to shape up. Can you hear yourselves? Can you hear yourselves? Are you saying Zoro is right and Luffy shouldn't care about someone's death? Someone that Luffy liked, he shouldn't care about their death. That's what you're agreeing with if you think Zoro was serious. If you think those were Zoro's true feelings. One of Luffy's extremely, extreme capabilities, one of his abilities, the reason Luffy is so special and is the captain that he is that he cares about people. Luffy cares about people a monumental amount, a monstrous amount. That's the only reason he unlocked Gear 5. Because of how big his heart is and because of how much he cared. The only goddamn reason, I'm yelling at you, the only goddamn reason he could beat Kaido is because he remembered the people who sacrificed before him. He remembered what he's fighting for. He remembered who had died, such as Pedro, before him, to be able to get him to where he is. And that's why Gear 5 was unlocked. So it's crazy to me that people are saying, yeah, Zoro's right, actually, Luffy shouldn't care. That is insane. Are we reading the same goddamn manga? Are we truly reading the same manga? If you think Zoro's correct in saying that, if that's what he actually means. No, it's not what he means. Yes, Luffy should be allowed to mourn Vegapunk's death. He should be allowed to feel sad about that. Of course he should be. Zoro is wrong if that's what he actually means. No, he should not say Luffy should, just like him, push it down. He shouldn't be that sad about it. That's a terrible way to think. Luffy would not be the captain he is, the emperor he is, if he didn't think like that. We know this. He is allowed to be grief-stricken with this. And the funniest part is Luffy has figured out a better way to process his trauma, process his grief. We saw it after Marineford. We saw Luffy growing in real time in terms of people dying around him and how he processes that. He used to be self-destructive, completely self-destructive. He used to not be able to go on because it got him so bad. That's what Ace did to him. And then, Vegapunk dies and we've seen just how much Luffy has grown to the fact that now he's grieving as a normal person should when someone they care about dies. And he's crying about it and he's sad about it. That's normal. What Zoro's saying is not normal. No, it is not normal to push that down. No, it is not normal to not care. That is not normal. And it's sad to me that people think that's normal. It's sad that people think Zoro's really meaning that. I think that's sad, especially considering Luffy. We know how Luffy is. We know who Luffy is. We know Luffy has the powers he has because he cares about people. If Luffy ever suppressed his emotions like that, he would not be the Luffy we know. He's an emperor because he cares. How is this hard to understand? I cannot believe people think Zoro's serious. I cannot believe people think Zoro's legit. And also they agree with that. No, absolutely not. Oda is not writing that kind of story. We are not meant to look at Zoro and go, he's right, actually. We're meant to go, oh, Zoro. We're meant to go, Zoro, are you hurting too? Because that's what's happening. He's hurting. It has nothing to do with shipping Luffy up. Shaping Luffy up. This is not the same as the Usopp situation. You know why? Because Usopp didn't fucking die. That's a huge difference between these situations. It's just so strange to me. I just hate the demonization of feelings, of empathy, of grief. It's so wrong to me, and I want Zoro to open up. It's not gonna, because my biggest issue with people saying, oh, actually, Zoro's right and Luffy shouldn't be grieving. So you're saying it should go the other way and Luffy should be the one to suppress his feelings, right? When Zoro's already suppressing his feelings. So you want Luffy to suppress his feelings and you never want Zoro to open up. Is that what you're saying the right thing to do is? That's insane to me. That is so insane to me. Because it's like, I guarantee you, if Sanji or Luffy were there when Zoro said that, they would have asked Zoro if he were okay. Because they would have known that Zoro was feeling bad. It's not that hard to understand. Also, Shanks did say it was best to cry. Yes. That's it. We have an actual Emperor of the Sea. I'm not saying, we have another Emperor of the Sea, Shanks, saying, Luffy, it's okay to cry. It's okay for Luffy to cry. Shanks said that. I'm sorry, Zoro, if he means it, which I don't believe he does, is in the wrong. He is. Because it's not healthy to just get over something like that. It is not healthy to just get over death. And it's like, it's sad because, God, I love Zoro and he makes me so sad because you know that's what he tried to do with Kuina. You know he tried to just get over her death. The last time we saw him bawl like a baby when he was a child, not an adult, was Kuina. He tried not to cry when Kuina died. He tried to hold it in and he ended up bawling because he couldn't contain it. Right? So it's like, you can feel that he probably really tried to get over Kuina's death, but what does he do? He holds Wado with him wherever he goes. He's trying to make his dream come true because it's also Kuina's dream. He's holding Kuina's dream for her. This man is so bad at processing grief, so horrendously bad at processing grief, that he still doesn't understand that he is still grieving Kuina. He is still mourning Kuina. It's undoubtable to me. The fact he's still holding Kuina's sword with him and he doesn't talk about her, he doesn't think about her, means he has to still be grieving her, and he doesn't seem to realize he does. It's just the fact seeing Tashigi messes him up, ruins him, makes him weak in his own words because she looks like Kuina. A person who's grieved properly, healthily, has gotten that out, wouldn't be that affected by Tashigi. He wouldn't be yelling in Tashigi's face, I hate you because you remind me of someone. He has not grieved Kuina properly, and it's very obvious. I'm sorry, Zoro is a man who cannot grieve because he thinks that's weak and he doesn't understand that. That's the point of him. I'm telling you, Zoro's whole character is going to be unleashing those emotions and crying. He has to cry again. Exactly. He should be joyful about Kuina, seeing Kuina. Tashigi. Instead, it messes him up. And it's like, yeah, no, Zoro does blame himself. But my point is, it's like Zoro is clearly a character who his emotions hit him hard and he doesn't want to think they do. So when I see him say something like, oh God, it's just an old geezer. Imagine saying to Zoro, and Kuina was just a girl, right? That is what it comes off as. Because yes, Luffy did not know Vegapunk that well, but Luffy has a big heart. Luffy loves hard. He falls hard. He loves hard. He protects hard because he loves the people around him. He loved Vegapunk. So of course he's going to grieve over that. It's just such a terrible thing to say, in my opinion, and it's why I think there's no way he's serious about this. He's 100% upset. And it has nothing to do with shaping Luffy up. It's all to do with the fact he feels guilty because once again, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Just like he was with Kuina. Just like he was with Ace and Luffy. Wrong place, wrong time, and he's hitting himself for that. And Kuina wasn't his fault at all. Ace wasn't his fault at all. But he wanted to be there for those people. Because he cared about them. Not Ace, but Luffy. That's it. That's just what it comes down to. Why is this hard to understand for Zoro? He's not Mr. Perfect. No one on the Straw Hats is Mr. Perfect. No one. Because they're people. Because Oda writes human beings. It's that easy. It's that easy. Sorry. I like Zoro a lot. Anyway, let's get back to editing. My music stopped. Okay. there's so many angles. All you have to do is go right back to the start for Zoro. Again, Oda's a fantastic writer because you got to go back. If you go back to the origins of these characters, you know exactly where all their habits, all their emotions, all their reactions come from. Their person comes from. That's why with Sanji, he was a bit of a mess at first, because where did his dream of the All Blue come from? It dawned on me as I was writing this script. We saw where everyone's dreams had come from. We saw why Nami wanted to make a map of the world. We saw why Usopp wanted to become a warrior of the sea. We saw why Luffy wanted to be king of pirates. We saw why Zoro had dreams of becoming a master swordsman. We had no idea where the All Blue came from. Yeah, bro, get over yourself. but yeah, we had no idea where the All Blue came from. Little Sanji on this random fuck-ass boat in the middle of nowhere just knew about the All Blue. We don't know who told him about it. We don't know where it came from. And then we get to Whole Cake Island, and we found out when he was in his cell, he read about the All Blue, and we discover the All Blue was one of the things that kept Sanji alive. It was one of the things that kept his will going. That dream is what pushed Sanji to want to get out of that cell. That's how important the All Blue was to him. If he didn't find out, like, cooking came from his mother loving his cooking. He wanted to cook because it made his mother smile. And the All Blue came from a book that he read while at his lowest moment in his life, which was being unloved in a cell underneath a castle that his father had locked him in with an iron helmet on his head. And the All Blue kept him going. And it's genius. It's just genius. Like, of course this is why he cares about the All Blue so much. God, I love One Piece. Anyways, enough about One Piece. Let's keep editing One Piece. Oh, God. Kuina 2. I mentioned a little bit of that in this video. I mentioned about Zoro and Kuina. Also, Sanji stayed at the Baratier because he knew it made Zeph happy to keep that treasure alive. Which is just so heartbreaking. He chained himself to the Baratier for Zeph, and that hurt Zeph so bad. Because Zeph was like, no, please. I want you to go have a dream. Oops, Luffy, Nami, Zoro. I don't know, it's just weird to me that we're living in a time and age where it's like a lot of people don't want their characters to have flaws, or they do, but they don't want their flaws to be unsightly. They can't be like Sanji's flaws, where Sanji's is sometimes like a bit yucky around women sometimes. Because, again, there's clear indication for why this is the case, considering his backstories, but people don't want to listen to that. They just decide, no, Sanji sucks. And then Zoro, you mentioned that Zoro has traits of toxic masculinity. You mentioned that Zoro acts like a dick when he's upset. And people don't like that. And it's like, they want flaws where, oh, soft boy, or sad boy. They want flaws that are pretty, that are little sad boy on the surface. But the second a character has a flaw that is unsightly, that is ugly, that's not allowed. And that is so depressing. Their flaw is Zoro gets lost, yeah. But like, that is so depressing, because it's like, this is just a human experience. This is what it means to love someone, even with their ugly flaws. They have to grow through it. They have to understand, like, they have to mature past this. They have to grow past this. And that's exactly what the Straw Hats are about. That's what Luffy is about. Loving someone despite their ugly flaws. That's why One Piece gets me so bad. So it's just depressing that people don't want to think about it. They don't want to spend the time of day thinking about unsightly flaws in a character. It's not allowed. You can either have a flaw that makes you the cutest little jelly bean, little button in the world, or of no flaws. You have to be a Mary Sue. Or what's it called? A Dairy Do or something, if it's like a man. But it's just so sad to me. A Gary Sue, thank you. What did I say? A Gary Stew, yeah. Like, the way some people talk about Zoro make him a Gary Stew, and I'm like, are you hearing yourselves? That would be the most... I would hate Zoro if he were like that. Because if I wanted to go out and see an overconfident man who thought he had no flaws with himself, I'd go outside. He'd have flaws with himself, but I'd go outside. I'm not looking at Zoro to see annoying men. I'm looking at Zoro because I want to see a man who is hurting and needs to figure out why, needs to figure out how, needs to evolve past this, needs to find the love that he's been missing to fix himself. That's about it. That's why I like Zoro. Good Nancy, good morning Nancy Nation, that's what it was. Also, one of the reasons I like Luffy is because both of his... I did get my contacts. But both of his positive traits can be negatives as well, such as his brashness, his impulsiveness. His impulsiveness can save them sometimes, but other times when it's an emotionally tender situation, Luffy fumbles it. Like I said with Water 7 and Usopp, that was not a time to be impulsive, to just jump the gun and immediately start the fight because your head's saying, I'm going to fight back. I'm going to get angry too. Like, I love seeing a character like Luffy where a trait that is positive can also be flipped and turned into something negative as well. Do, 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 do. No, I think Luffy telling Otama that Ace died directly was good of Luffy. Because that was also Luffy's moment of point blank, Ace is dead. Because Luffy needed that. We needed that. We've seen truly and wholly that Luffy has not moved on, but he has processed it. and he's in a place where he can say that out loud. Like, yes, it was a bit cruel to Otama, but how else are you meant to say it? And he learned diplomacy from Vivi as well, yeah. He learned so much from Vivi. Every time Luffy bows to someone or says sorry to someone, that's Vivi. He didn't say deal with it. He just told her, point it straight out, Ace is dead. And it's probably because Jinbe did the same thing to him. And that got him out of his depressed state. Because Luffy needed to hear it. Yeah. No, I think Luffy was a good boy for what he did there. Because it's not like he then got angry at Otama for being upset. I'm just messing around. Oh, guys! I'm kidding, I know. I was wondering what this was. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, I feel sick. Ugh. I feel sick. You can cancel Luffy for having emotions, yeah. I don't know, it just... I have nothing against Zoro fanboys, I really don't, but it just makes me really sad to think that they truly think that the best thing in that situation is to bottle up your grief and to not feel sad. Like, how dare Luffy be upset that a guy he liked died and go, yeah, actually, he shouldn't care that much about that. That's really sad to me. Like, guys, you're allowed to feel things. That's just so upsetting to me. It just reminds me of when I got into it. It wasn't even an argument. Like, I wasn't arguing anyways, but I said something about, you know, One Piece blah blah and helping people. And some guy commented like, yeah, okay, but it's like, if it's something that they should be able to do, I'm not going to help them. Like, some look pathetic. And I was like, so if your friend couldn't tie his shoelace and it was stressing him out so much that he started crying because he couldn't tie his shoelace, you wouldn't help him? And they said, no, that's like pathetic. That's like sad. Like, he should know how to do that. And I was like, oh my god. And I just said, I truly hope you you know, you think about this and think more about your friends. Because that's such a sad way to think, truly. Because look, in my life, I've learned, like, if you can do something, that doesn't mean everyone can do it, even if it is what you think the easiest task in the world. Just because you know how to, I don't know, tie your shoelace, doesn't mean everyone knows how to do it. And it's not a sad thing to help people, ask people for help. At all. You're allowed to ask people for help, even of the stupidest of things. No one should make you feel stupid for asking for help, even if it's a small thing that you think anyone can do. If you have friends that make you feel stupid because you ask for their help for anything, they should not be your friends. Like, that's just so sad to me. Because, you know, there's multiple things. Okay, maybe he just didn't know how to tie his shoelace, or maybe he was going through a rough day. Maybe he couldn't concentrate on the tying of the shoelace, and maybe this was the final straw that just makes him break down. There's so many reasons. You don't know. Just help people. Just help people when they ask for help, or when they need the help. I'm being perceived, thank you. It just makes me sad. It truly makes me sad. We need to care about each other, guys. I mean, something else I've learned, yeah, is that, like, people don't like to feel stupid. Fair enough. Of course people don't like to feel stupid. I don't like feeling stupid. So when someone says something that not upsets me, that I think, how can you not know this? I don't attack them. I don't get angry at them. I just say, well, why can't it be like this either? You know what I mean? Like, you don't attack someone if they're not getting something. You speak to them like a human being. You speak kindly to them. You speak nicely to them. Because attacking them is only going to make them, like, what's the word? Like, double down. Make them angrier. Because you've made them feel stupid. And that's gonna make someone angry. No one likes feeling stupid. Hostile, exactly. The amount of people where the conversation has started, like on Twitter, the conversation has started angry because they don't agree with something I'm saying. So they shoot shots at me, essentially. And all I do is speak to them normally, speak to them like a human being, speak to them calmly. The amount of times that has de-escalated a situation or a conversation and it's ended with, oh, I guess I didn't think of it like that before. It works charms. It's just being nice. It's just being kind. Like when people say, how can you not know this? Because no one's the same. Everyone learns different things at different times. It's life. It's the human condition. Yeah, it's worked. It's worked plenty of times. What was I looking for? And I'm not saying this to like brainwash people. Like, they haven't always left the conversations I've had with them agreeing with me. They've just left with a firm handshake and a thank you for the conversation, essentially. That's all you can hope for. But of course, this is over small things, right? Wasn't there a meme of someone flipping through like a huge book? Or was that just a photo? I guess it was just a photo. Yeah, it's just a photo. Wow, this photo has been crazy compressed through all the sharing and resharing, I think. And yeah, Morgan's got the only newspaper we know. Nope, nope. Enter the great swordsman, wow. Not just a swordsman, but the great swordsman. Aichikeru yume wo atihatsume Sakashimono sagashi ni yuku no sa One Piece. Has Kizaru awakened? Do we know that for a fact? Or is that just headcanon? Is my first question. Like, has Kizaru ever said he's awakened? Has anyone said Kizaru's awakened? Did I miss something? If nothing was said, and that's just fandom assumption, fandom theory, fandom headcanoning, then my answer is because he hasn't awakened. That's as simple as that. Sanji's fire leg isn't a mystery. Now we know it's because it was mutating. Oda semi-confirmed that in an SBS. Like, yes, he could have added that in, but he made it make sense. When he said, now we know why Sanji can withstand flames to the level that he does. And it also makes sense why Sanji never went down after how many bones would break. I'll never forget, but I'll never forget, in Punk Hazard, not Punk Hazard, in Thriller Bark, when Sanji broke his, like, ankle against Kuma. And then a few days later, not only in that same scene was he up and walking towards Zoro and Kuma, but then a few days later he was up and walking around like he was fine. Then in Punk Hazard, he once again broke his leg fighting against Virgo. In that very same day, he was running around like that didn't happen. I remember thinking, that's weird. Because from what I know, when Zoro, like, breaks a few bones, he's out for at least a week. So now we know. Even Luffy's out for like a week if that happens. Live again. Hello. I forgot I made that. Sanji can't use fire when he doesn't have the raid suit on. Do we know that for a fact, or has he just not done that? Maybe he doesn't have to use fire with the raid suit on because it makes him extra strong. That can't be true because Sparking Red, Ichiji uses fire with the raid suit on. I think Sanji just doesn't have to use fire with the raid suit. Oh, he just didn't. At least he didn't at the time need to. Status and little brat. I don't know. I didn't think about that. How weird that the judge never commented on Sanji using fire. No, I don't think that's weird. Because judge just didn't care about Sanji, never gave him the time of day. That to me is just, no matter the fates Sanji ever has, judge will never ever ever see it as anything impressive because it's Sanji. That's just the abusive parent-child dynamic. He said, I don't gaff, because you're a failure to me. Like, even after Sanji saved Judge, Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, and Reiju, got them out of Big Mom's whole clutches, Judge still went, he's pathetic, he's a loser, he's useless. Because Judge will never acknowledge Sanji, because then Judge has to admit he was wrong. And someone like Judge, who's an abuser to the extent they are, never does that. Absolute gaslight, gatekeep, but not girl boss. Just gaslight and gatekeep. Sorry, God. They distract me. But guys, Ichiji can use fire. he can create these things. Ichiji can use fire. I don't know about Lilith joining Neomads, no, because Judge and Caesar are way too icky for him. The only reason he was part of Mads is because the government was funding his stuff, and he will never be part of that again. And she will never be part of that again. And Judge and Caesar, I don't think Vegapunk ever got along with somehow. I put too much syrup in my coffee. It's too sweet. Hang on, I gotta open this. Howdy do. I can see Queen joining up with them, yeah. Especially considering Queen was such a super fan of Judge and his Germa creation. Germa mentioned? Oh, god damn it. Shut up! You actually got me. Yeah, it was anything you can do, I can do better. It's true, but he still went, yippee, that was awesome. That was awesome, Judge. Traumatize more children. Have more children and keep traumatizing them. That was really cool of you. Yeah, my name is Link Main. I get more clicks than Lil Wayne. Oh, you thought my name was Zelda? That's a fucking girl's name! Iconic. That was so iconic. God, Smush was such a time. Ah! What did you see? What did you see? Oh, nothing bad. You're not meant to see my files. That's secret. Nothing bad, nothing bad. Like I said, it's not that there's anything naughty in there. Well, I mean, like, not like terribly naughty. It's just, those are my files. Those are secrets. I feel vulnerable. There was no Sanji Ho. Whew. That was a close one. I know it's a safe space here for freaks, but not for Twitch. Not for Twitch. Yeah, previous stream got muted. Not the whole thing, just some parts. Which is so cool. Oh, it ended. Yeah, give me another one. Yeah, I'm also weirded out by not seeing it be started by wealth, fame, and power. They did do that in the anime. Brother, why are you getting brighter? What is this? What is this? Okay, fine, God. Pick another blur then, Jesus. Defocuses your eyes. La la la. Sanji, right in my way. Right in my way. Shout out to the dude with the pirate logo on his arm. Yo, Roger hadn't even started the area yet. Zoro gets drunk and confesses his love for Sanji. I'm not sure if it's love. I don't think I'd call it love, but I'd call it something. I think you'd say, hey, Curly, if you're ever interested in men, just giving them a try, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to be the guinea pig. I think that would be about the extent of his drunk ramblings. And Sanji's like, okay. Alright, thanks, man. Anytime. Although I find it hard to believe Zoro gets drunk. I honestly think the second he hits that area of drunk, he just passes out. I think he just falls asleep. Like, I don't think he can be awake and drunk. Bum, bum, bum. Lied to me. Lied to me. Now I'm upset. Bum, 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 bum. The problem with a lot of the lo-fi stuff with this song, with the Lost Woods, is it takes away a lot of the whimsicalness. Like, I understand you want to be lo-fi, but put in a bit of a pa-pa-pa, just a bit of it. I promise it's fun. Sanji does drink. We've seen him drink quite a few times, but Zoro definitely doesn't smoke. Sanji likes a nice glass of wine. He's a bit of a prude like that. Sanji would be like, I can't drink goon. I can't drink goon. I'm not drinking wine out of a bag. What kind of animal do you think I am? Like a true Aussie. I'm not sure if holding its alcohol fine is the word for that. Because it's like, compared to Zoro, Nami, and Jinbe, Sanji cannot hold his alcohol. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think at a party, Sanji's screwed. I think he's totally screwed over. I think Sanji just knows his limits. Yes, I'd get copy struck if I listened to One Piece's OSTs 100%. They are monsters, it's true. I think Sanji has a normal alcohol tolerance, but next to those three on the crew, it looks like baby tolerance. You can hear me sing them. Bon voyage! The name of the funny drawings. Huh? What funny drawings? It's not too surprising that Sanji has somewhat a tolerance of alcohol when, you know, he grew up drinking wine, probably, thanks to Zeph, thanks to himself. But again, it's not good when you're next to Luffy, Zoro, Nami, and Jinbe. Who has the higher IQ? Sorry, bring that back? Zoro, Luffy, or Brook? 100% Brook. Brook is not an idiot. Brook is not an idiot. He just has fun because he's old. He's old and he wants to have fun. But he's smart. He's a smart man. What was I looking for? He's lost his marbles. Look, Anna said the funniest thing to me, which is, I don't think Brook is straight. I just think that he hit a point of insanity and he got bored and said, yeah, I'll try liking women for a bit and see if that's fun. I agree with her. That is such a funny way to think of it. He said, I'm bored. I'm bored. Let's look at some panties. Where the heck is the leafy page I'm looking for? Brooke is another character where he's so harmless in the "can I see your panties" thing, because he just goes okay when they say no. Can I see your panties? No. Okay. It's one of those things where it's so absurd, it's funny. Like, I can't explain it. Any other anime that would piss me off. But because it's Brooke, and because I know Brooke, and because he's gone through so much shit, I'm like, he's an old crazy man. Maybe it's a little bit funny. I can't find the page I'm looking for. For real, Brooke, I forgive Brooke a little bit because he's lost his marbles. He reminds me of a an old person at a old people home where like they've just gone insane, so they just be saying shit. Wait, sorry, who is this? Villager boy? Monkey D. Luffy? Who the hell is that? What a weird character to introduce. You know what's super weird as well? Oda introduces this kid at the very beginning. Like, he's in the first chapter. We never see this guy again. That is super strange and bizarre. I don't know, it's one of Oda's writing choices that I don't really vibe with. Why show him if he's not important, you know? It's such a weird design. I hate this art style. God, mid-piece. Monkeyed Luffy. Smartest in the Straw Hats is Robin. By far. Nami's second smartest by far. Frankie's third, probably. Usopp's fourth. Sanji would be up there, but I feel like Usopp and Sanji are around the same wavelength, to be honest. But Nami and Robin are 100% the two smartest people on the crew. Like, by very far. And then Luffy and Zoro are the two dumbest. By also very far. Yeah, Chopper's a smart little guy. But Usopp, Chopper, and Sanji, I feel like would have around the similar same IQ. Because the memory they must have is insane. Like, I'm not saying you have to be smart to cook, but the things Sanji has to memorize for how he has to cook, like, I just think, how does he know these things? Like, more than that, he's also like, I'll never forget in Alabasta, he was like, oh, wait a minute, if the bomb is going to go off in the middle of like this area, then the arch will make it so that the bomb will be set off in this location. And he found it, and he found the fucking thing by doing that. And then the other one was Water 7, when he opened the gates and it made all the ships crash into each other. That's crazy. Like, he's a smarty. He's smarty pants. Yeah, Sanji's encyclopedia as well for wildlife plants. Because it's one thing to be a cook, it's another thing that Sanji has to keep cooking new things that he's never seen before. That takes some skill and some intelligence, I'd say. I was gonna say, yeah, I really like Sanji's military intelligence, because you can 100% say that came from Germa and Judge. No doubt you can say they came from Germa and Judge. Make him smarter and stronger than other people. Me, one of my Germa genes make me perfect and amazing and flawless and smart and intelligent and better than you. Sorry for being born perfect. Far from what Sanji would think, considering he hates himself. But, you know. Oh, sorry, Zoro. I knocked him down by accident. I didn't actually mean to do that. Oh, he gumpy. Never mind, he's drinking out away the pain. Also, I said once before that it can be insinuated the reason Zoro drinks so much is because he hurts all the time. Not just emotionally, but physically. This man is always injured. Have you noticed? Like, because he's always pushing himself and he's always hurting. And it's like, I feel like one of the reasons Zoro drinks is to numb himself in multiple ways. Because, I feel like Shanks is the same. I think Shanks is a bit fucked up as a person. I think he has many regrets, and I think he drinks and is an alcoholic for that reason. And I will happily say that I think Zoro is similar. And some people got, like, angry at me for suggesting that, but I'm like, what's the problem? It feels like that can be true. Like, Zoro can't even enjoy a meal without a drink, without alcohol. Like, his favorite food is not actually food. It's anything that pairs well with a drink. That's his favorite food. Anything that he can drink with. That's an alcoholic. Zoro reading people well is... it depends on time and place for Zoro. He was good at thinking about Robin's whole thing, but... like, he's not always the best at it. It kind of depends with Zoro. I'd say his emotional intelligence isn't always the highest. Like, people like Luffy, of course, way up there, but people like Sanji have a much higher emotional intelligence than like Zoro does. And that's not just me saying that. Sanji's whole thing is literally kindness. Like, he would. But Rayleigh as well, raging alcoholic, not the EQ thing. Yeah, like, he notices things about people, but his empathy sometimes isn't always there. And when it is there, he doesn't express it. Oh, bye-bye. Like, when all the crew were upset about Vivi leaving, and he was like, what's the problem? And they were like, we miss Vivi. And he was like, kidnap her then. Like, he was trying in his own Zoro way to make them feel better, but he couldn't understand. Like, he missed Vivi too, but he was like, why upset when you could have just forced her? Like, he's not the best at it. He was trying to tell a joke. I don't think he was. Because he seemed pretty serious. He was sitting there like, then why didn't you kidnap her? And then he was confused because they got angry at him. He's just funny. He's so funny. He does that man thing where it's, instead of process emotion, solution. That's what he does. Which is, it's not always a bad thing, but sometimes it's like, you just have to let people, like, feel it out first. Not everything needs a solution. Sometimes you can just feel it out. So he's like, how about instead of crying, we do this? So shut up. Let us cry for a little bit. Like I said, not always a bad thing, but sometimes it's like, come on, man. Because I'm like that too sometimes. Instead of trying to be upset about something, I want to think of a solution. But sometimes the best thing to do is just let yourself be upset about it. And then after you be upset about it, you go, I feel better, that was stupid. Like, once you get the upset out of the way, you can think more clearly. I was like that with math. I'd cry over it because I hated it so much. And then after I'd be like, oh, I know the answer now. I'm glad Zoro's become a funnier and better character for you. That makes me so happy to hear. Because he's so funny to me. Do you think Mihawk might be similar with emotion stuff? I think Mihawk has just become numb, honestly. Like I said, I really want to know Mihawk's backstory. Because I know something terrible must have happened to him, or just something heartbreaking must have happened to him for him to be the way he is. I'm so desperate to know. What if Mihawk was the... What if we've got this all wrong? What if it's not Crocodile who's the missing Amazon Empress? What if it's Mihawk? That might be big brain. Wait a minute. What if Oda hits us in the back of the head with that? Can you imagine? Punches us, guts us, wins us. Actually, Mihawk was the missing Amazon Empress. He's the trans one. I think everyone would jump. That would be amazing of him. Can he please do that? That would be so awesome. I think Zoro's sillier post time skip. I don't understand why people think he's so silly, like he's sillier pre-time skip. He has a lot of like Skypiea is probably silliest pre-time skip Zoro. But Zoro has so many stupid moments post-time skip. Like Fishman Island proved that to me. He literally appeared by getting on the wrong boat. And it looked cool. But when you think about it, you go, this is stupid. And then you realize that's the joke. He did a stupid thing. And he appeared by cutting a boat in half. And he said, I got on the wrong ship. And then you think about it and you laugh. And you go, oh wait, he's an idiot still. Oh my god, mathematician Zoro. Quick Zoro, what's 102 times 3? Math. Quick math. I'm sorry, the mathematician Zoro headcanon gets me so bad. Cause like, it wasn't a complex sum. Make him do division with decimal points and then I'll believe in mathematician Zoro. But until then, like, I don't think that until then I'll admit like it was good quick thinking, but somehow I think the other Straw Hats aside from Luffy can do that. Especially like characters like Usopp. That's right, it was 120 times 3, was it? Yeah, that's right. It's funny. It's a funny thought, but I'm like, really? Just from him saying that? It made me giggle. Like I said, decimal points, and then I'll believe it. But I do like the headcanon that he's only good at, like, by threes. If it's times 3, he can do it because it's 3. Anything else he's stuck on. I love that headcanon. I don't think it would prove him right about Kuina. If anything, it will be interesting to see. Even Mihawk has been pushed to think that that might be the case, and that would just be like a sad thing, you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't be right. It would just be all these people. But at the same time, it's not good to be like, yeah, I became a man because I thought it would make me stronger. Like, that's not how that works. Maybe that was what Mihawk thought, and then he was like, I realized how wrong I was. I just like being a man. That would be peak. Now what about this? What if Mihawk became the greatest swordsman when he was like a woman and then he transitioned? Because he was like, people would stop belittling me if I not pretended, that sounds bad. If I was perceived as a man, or he noticed that, we might be cooking. Because that sure would be a metaphor. Testosterone only makes you stronger if you train the fuck out of yourself. But just taking testosterone doesn't automatically make you stronger. It's like men who think they can beat, what, Serena Williams just because they're men? And it's like, please. Potato body 40-year-old man, not even 40-year-old, in your 20s, you don't move, you play video games all day and you think you can beat Serena Williams. Okay. No, this is not After Effects. Sorry, I had that reaction because After Effects kills me. This is Sony Vegas. Yeah, now I'm thinking every single alcoholic we've seen, Shanks, Rayleigh, and Zoro, they all have reasons to drink the way they do. Rayleigh especially. Finding out that Rayleigh tried to off himself, that made me crazy. Because it is 100% implied. Because I'll never forget reading a Reddit post that was like, how did Rayleigh nearly drown if we know he can swim super, super, super well and even beat sea beasts while he's swimming? And I was like, oh, brother. Oh, brother, I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. They all came to the conclusion that, oh, just because he got so terribly injured. And I was like, somehow I don't think that's the case. Learn the concept of depression. Because from what we know, this was after Roger's death, probably before Shaki and Hachi had saved him. And all he fucking does, he's got a super hot wife, and all he does is gamble, drink, and cry about Roger. Like, come on. Well, Jinbe isn't drinking all the goddamn time is the thing, but yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, totally understandable. No, I'm not saying like how dare they. I'm saying yeah, I can see why this happened. He's having a good... Jinbe's just having a good time. I love Jinbe because he's happy to be here. He makes me happy. I see Jinbe and he makes me happy. Like, we really needed just a... like a happy to be the straight man of the crew. But even then, Jinbe has proven his... no one in like One Piece is a straight man. I think it's hilarious that a lot of the time Usopp is a straight man when he needs to be. Like, everyone can be the gag character. I love Jinbe's reactions to Sanji. I love when Sanji says, like, barks at him like a chihuahua and Jinbe goes, oh, I'm sorry. And Sanji's like, huh? He's just so nice to Sanji. Jinbe's the only man I've seen who understands how to handle Sanji. Instead of fighting back, because that's the one way Sanji knows how to show affection to men, he goes, okay, okay. And Sanji, what? Jinbe and Sanji is like the video of the person kissing the growling chihuahua, and the growling chihuahua goes, huh? I have that video somewhere, but that's them. Damn, I don't know where the video is, but I know I have it. There it is. This is Jinbe and Sanji. This is what Jinbe does to him. Mwah. And Sanji goes, huh? Sanji's like an older man that doesn't want to be aggressive towards me. Oh, Sanji. it's been figured out, now he's sad. Sanji got a reaction like that from one older man, and that was Pedro, but Sanji wasn't aggressive ever towards Pedro, and that's just because Pedro was, I don't want to say so his type, but he was so nice. And the real reason, like, because Sanji shared a lot, in my opinion, with Pedro. The one thing was Pedro putting everyone before him. When the first time Sanji stumbled across Pedro, Pedro was like, please, please save everyone. He said, like, forget about me, save everyone, save them, they can't die. And Sanji had like such a haunted look in his face, I'll never forget it, where he was like terrified, like not disgusted, but like the look he had was just haunting, in my opinion, if I can ever find the chapter again. But and then after that, when he was feeding everyone and he went to feed Pedro, Pedro said, no, save all the food. I know, we look, we know why Sanji has complicated feelings with older men, and just men in general, but when Sanji was feeding everyone, Pedro said, no, don't feed me, surely everyone else needs to eat. And Sanji said, don't worry, like, everyone has been fed, you have to eat too. Obviously that would have shot right through Sanji's heart, right? Obviously, food's important to him, self-sacrifice is a big thing to him. 100% Pedro just got him. And that's probably why he wasn't a dickhead to Pedro. Pedro was just so super nice. Ticked all the boxes that Sanji couldn't even be mad. God, where is that manga page? Was it in the 800s? Pudding. Something I love about Oda is how he draws ugly crying for everyone, especially women. I love ugly crying women. Thank you so much for that, Oda. Oh, got a virus. Hello. Yeah, Pedro. Oh, got another virus. Yeah, Pedro didn't make him jealous. There it is. Yeah, no, this Sanji expression. And I'll save it. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Just gotta load up. Alright. This Sanji face, it sticks with me because he was so, like, not terrified, but it was like, it's just such an expression. Oops. Like, I don't know. That's such a... Oh, for God's sake. That's such a haunting Sanji expression to me. Like, what's he thinking here? Like, he's just gotta be terrified or something, right? Or like disgusted by what he's seeing. Not at Pedro, but at the fact that he's so desperate and everyone has been, you know, toxic gassed. Like, disturbed. That's it. He must be so disturbed at what he's seeing. This must be a lot to him, right? To make such an expression. I truly will never forget that. Because I remember when I first saw it and I went, Jesus Christ. Anxious, yeah. He's just terrified. But it must be something, because like the whole place had been gassed. Right? Like this whole place had witnessed just like insane destruction, insane chaos, calamity. And this one guy is saying, please help them. Like that's gotta mess you up, you know? Gah. But yeah, I think about this a lot. It's a bit of a terrifying Sanji expression. He was just disturbed. Caesar really is despicable. I wish Caesar would be the first devil fruit user to drown. Okay, Nami. I still love that post that was that SBS that was like, why does Nami hate Caesar so much? Why is she so mean to him? No, Oda not only said in that SBS that Nami's only nice to women and children, based by the way. But he also said, did you read Punk Hazard? Or he said, please reread Punk Hazard. He hit them with the, can you reread the arc? That pissed him off. That truly pissed him off. Reread the arc. I swear I have this one saved. I do. It's a matter of reading comprehension. How's this panel? Twip? Oh, timp. Yeah, English doesn't have very good onomatopoeia. Like slop? What the hell is slop? What is slop? What is slurp? Like, that sucks. Why do we have shitty onomatopoeia? What is wrong with our, like, what the hell? Why are we lacking that? We've got terrible onomatopoeia. Throb? For real, what? The Doom? Be serious. Throb is not the worst one. Our worst one is Fwop. And I know if you know, you know. That's the worst one. Fwop. That sucks. WAP used to be bad, but Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B has changed that for the better. Now I love seeing the word WAP in anything. Ka-ching is good. No, ka-ching's a good one. Ka-ching! Like that, it makes sense. Ka-ching! That's that noise. That's a good noise. Honk, I think is also a good one. I do like honk. Honk, honk. That's honk. You know, like, yeah, that's honk. I get that. But there's not many. Oh, should like ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. That's a very good one. Ding, 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 ding. And this is specific to me, but like... Because that's like the sound of little creatures running across the floor. Like, that's good, but I think that might just be me specific. I don't know if that's a real onomatopoeia. But TK. That's a little creature. I used to think meow was good, but I think Japan's won that one. Nya, like nyaw's good. Nyaw's a good one. Nya. You can't beat that. I hope Egghead's done, the anime's done in a year from now. Because that means Oda has time to keep writing without having the anime on his ass. Like it did for Dressrosa. What are Zoro and Sanji doing? Oh, Sanji, is he upset at you? Yeah, the pacings in the anime has gotten better because they're actually, I guess, being given time to make the episodes in a better way, I suppose. Because the pacing in One Piece is not bad. Like, reading through the manga, I'm like, this isn't bad. At all. It's just One Piece suffers from weekly release, as anything does. But the anime suffered from not wanting to catch up with the manga. So they had to put a lot of, not a lot, it was not even a lot, but they had to put quite a bit of fluff in. Oh my god, yeah, I remember Oda got hospitalized during Dressrosa and the fucking... he made a little thing where he was like, the nurses and the doctors have had to forcibly take my pen and paper away from me. Yeah, they had to take that away from him because they were like, you have to rest. Like, I understand the manga industry pushes mangakas, I do, and that's very bad. But Oda is also just insane. You can tell, considering how he writes One Piece and how he isn't sick of it and how he's still in love with it, and you can tell he's just insane. Oda's clearly a workaholic. Like, he just wants to keep making this series, and it's very obvious. Like, Oda, put the pen down! Oda, put the pen down! Rest! Rest now! Oda's like a 10-year-old with the Nintendo DS. The second the nurse or the doctor comes in, hides it under his pillow. I wasn't drawing, I swear. Yeah, I've heard of One Piece. I don't fully agree with it. I'll say support it because I very much question the shit that they take out sometimes. Sometimes they will just take out something that the anime is trying to create a story with because it's a new medium. So it's like it's a different medium. When I found out that they cut the part where Luffy is talking about his dreams and we get that little like segment where he's like running and they have music playing and they cut that because that's not in the manga. I was like, shut up. Oh my god. Like, I'm a firm believer of if you are watching something and you're getting bored with it in the anime, the forward button is right there. You can just press it yourself. But no, like, I enjoy choosing what I want to skip, I think. I don't want someone else to tell me what I should skip. That's just me. And I didn't even skip anything. The only things I really kind of went bleh at was some Dressrosa parts, but even then it wasn't that bad. Not the part in Wano Act 3. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't Wano Act 3. It was at the very end of Wano where Luffy says his dream, but we don't actually hear it. They cut that. Oh, hi, Volty. Thank you. Thank you, Volty-kun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for spreading the love. Like, One Piece does that thing where it's like, no, it should only be the manga panels on the page. And it's like, oh my god. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Something cut that. I just remember seeing that something cut that. Maybe it wasn't One Piece, but it was something similar. Either way, I don't like people telling me what I should and shouldn't skip. It does not make me happy. I want to pick for myself. Thank you very much. I'm not a sheep. I have choice. I have free will. Yeah, I just said it now too. You can just skip forward yourself. That's what confuses me the most. If you're truly getting bored by something in One Piece, truly, you can skip with it. You can use the forward button. Crazy! It's a crazy concept, isn't it? I thought the seahorse filler was really fun. I didn't even realize it was filler. Something about the One Piece fillers is you can't tell that they're filler a lot of the time. You really can't, because anything can happen in One Piece. So I was like, oh, the seahorse filler is so fun. Well, thank you. You don't know what to skip. But if you're enjoying it, like what if you enjoyed one of the fillers? Like, what do you mean you don't know what to skip? Because it's like, what? Why? Why are you like someone else has decided this is what to skip? Why? You know what I mean? Like, if it's not in the manga, okay, but you can still enjoy it. I personally had no goddamn idea that the second half of the Foxy fight was filler at all. I enjoyed it to hell and back. I thought that was so fun. Roller skating? Dodgeball? Red light, green light? People didn't like that. Do you guys not like to have the, oh my god, the pet play filler? Stop. That made me go crazy. People who skipped that. You missed my first message. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But people who skipped the breeding, his name's Breeding. People who skip the breed episode because it's filler, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing. That shit was insane. Someone in the goddamn One Piece writing room, they said, ugh, we need to make like 3 filler episodes because we can't catch up with the manga. Someone got away with that. Someone in that writing room said, I know exactly what to make. And they got away with it. They got away with it. That was insane. That was just absolutely insane. Like, I cannot believe you got away with that. My jaw dropped. I think it's fine if people want to watch a different cut, but I just stand by, like, you can just skip things yourself if you're not enjoying it. Like, like, just because it's filler doesn't mean it has to be skipped. Filler isn't bad. Yeah, no one's replacing it, but a lot of people won't watch it because of that. So it's like, I don't know. I'm a firm believer of you can just skip things yourself. Just give it a try. Just watch it as intended. See what happens. It's not Naruto. Where it has like what 100 and something filler episodes. It's like ridiculous. It's something ridiculous like that. Like One Piece is actually pretty lacking on filler, to be honest. I was shocked when I watched One Piece and I was like, nothing really feels like filler to me. Yeah, but I see what you're saying, but my point is, but why? You know what I mean? With the, you don't know if it's canon, you don't know if it's not. If it's boring you, then, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't be watching it. Like, what is canon and what is filler? Like, I get what you're saying, but my point is, why can't you just be along for the ride? Why do you have to watch a condensed version? I don't know. I'm just a believer of just watch the original, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know why you need to know what's canon and what's filler a lot of the time. Why can't you just watch it? Oh, thank you. Because I didn't know. I had no idea, and I had a hell of a time. I just feel like a lot of fun, a lot of stupid, goofy, fun things are removed if you do that. It removes a bit of the joy. Yeah, or just read the manga. So true, just read the manga. Just read the manga then. That is so true. I am excited for the remake, yeah. It looks like it is just gonna be so storybook fantasy vibes. I don't know. I think, listen, my problem with the padding thing is this is why, again, I'm saying I think people should be choosing that, because it's up to you what is and isn't padding, and what isn't added because it's the anime and they want to show more. That's my biggest thing. Like, padding is like opinionated. What's padding to you might not feel like padding to someone else. Which is why I'm so about it, because it's like, what if they're not trying to pad and they are just trying to make an anime experience? Like, what if they are trying to power up an attack because they're trying to show the impact? I'm not saying that's always the case, but I am saying, like, it's not like calling everything padding, or not a lot of things padding. I think it's interpretation what isn't padding to people. But again, that's just me. Maybe I don't know. I'm a bit of a stick in the mud about this, I know, but it's like, it's just because I don't like being told what I should and shouldn't skip. That's just my biggest thing. Don't tell me what to do. You should skip this. No. No, I will not. Now I will watch it extra hard just because you told me to skip it. How dare you? I'm not actually angry, by the way. Yeah, no, I am saying, yes, they do stretch it out, but sometimes it's not stretching it out. Sometimes it is trying to make an anime experience. Look, my point here will just forever be, I just want to choose. That's it. That's the point. If people don't want to choose, they don't want to choose. But I think it's beneficial for everyone to want to choose. Like, yes, there are problems. Yes, Dressrosa was probably the worst with it. But I still enjoyed Dressrosa, and I watched the original, you know? The weekly must have been absolutely horrendous, having the weekly release, but it's like, I just think everyone should choose. I would just never watch something that will, like, forcibly make me skip things. When I can watch the original and choose if I want to skip something that I deem as padding or not, you know? That's just point blank, that's my point. I do wonder how they would adapt cover stories. Like, even I can't figure that one out. Like, maybe ending extras, they could do that, but it feels like a lot. Because the cover stories really, really only work with the manga, in my opinion. I watched all the anime, then I read all the manga. Which was a great experience because you saw things they didn't have in the manga that you were like, oh, they had that in the anime. Or you saw things they didn't have in the manga and you went, oh, thank God they don't have that in the manga. Sanji was the biggest one. You're like, wow, Sanji's like pretty fucking normal. Like, he has his moments in the manga, but he's so much more normal than Toei make him. Oh god, my Discord. Don't look. Oh god, don't look. Ooh, that was close. I opened it by accident. Did not see everything. Nice try. I know you're lying to me. No. I have to use this. Shags. Your dick. Oh, so funny. Where's Blueberry? She didn't want to be with me. Little bitch. I should probably go at midnight. I'm a bit EP. I'm super looking forward to the new anime. We'll see what art style it has, because concept art style never tends to make it into the final draft. Every day I think about Disney's Elsa concept art for Frozen, and I get so pissed at the outcome because it looks so cool. It looks so cool. Yes, little girls like pretty women on the screen, but you know what little girls also love? Freaky shit. Weird women. Not freaky in that way. I mean freaky as in like kind of terrifying. We love seeing like little girls love seeing like not like a bit scary things, but they're like cool. Oh, screw you, Reddit. But like, look at this Elsa art. This Elsa concept art for Frozen. This rocked. This rocked so severely. Look at all the little snow ferrets coming out of her coat. Looking at her. Look at this. This goes so hard. And they just didn't do it because they wanted pretty girl face. And then that stupid goddamn Elsa face is now everywhere and has ruined a generation. And I hate it. I hate it so much. No, we'll never get Maleficent again. It's true. This is also why I love Coraline. And I love Laika, the studio that made Coraline. I was obsessed. It's my favorite movie, and it's like, it still is. I was obsessed with it when I was a baby, when I was a little gal, because it was weird, it was scary, it was wacky, it was something I'd never seen before. It was uncanny, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop watching it, and I loved Coraline. Laika is awesome, yeah. I'm obsessed with the other mother. I really am. When she counts to 3 and she transforms. Oh, it was so good. I think it's so funny that Disney made a lot of their villains like a bit queer coded. And that's not just me saying that. Everyone's noticed this. A lot of their older villains were a little bit queer coded. And now suddenly they've got a generation of adults who not only like the villains, but sometimes feel a bit of a connection to them. Not in a horrible way, in a, oh, I kind of see myself in them. Now they have a whole villains club, and Disney know this. They have a huge villains club. And they're like, what? It's like, yeah, no shit. You're making queer-coded characters. Those characters are going to get a huge queer following. You idiots. And now they don't make villains like that anymore. Jeez, I wonder why. It's so transparent. Also, the fact that I didn't care about the live-action Little Mermaid at all. The girl who played Little Mermaid, very happy for her. So happy for her. I thought that was great. But, I just didn't care. I don't care for the live actions of anything. So it's like, but the fact that they didn't pick a drag queen to play Ursula, you know exactly why. You know exactly why. Ursula was literally modeled and based off a drag queen, and they didn't even pick a drag queen. And it's like, wow, you are so afraid of that type of parent, of that type of person, that you won't even pick a drag queen to play Ursula when The Little Mermaid was written and created by a gay man. 2 times. The book was created by a man who we're pretty sure was gay, because we're pretty sure The Little Mermaid was about his feelings of being queer. And then the actual cartoon, The Little Mermaid, the Disney version, was also made by a gay man, Howard Ashman. And they are still so stuck in their fear, in their corporate greed, that they can't even cast a drag queen to play in The Little Mermaid, to play Ursula in The Little Mermaid. It's just... Whatever happened to art pushing boundaries, you know? Not even bad boundaries. It's so commercialized, just slop. Just absolute slop. It's so pathetic. Howard Ashman is rolling in his grave. He was a fantastic and amazing creator. He's the reason Disney even are as big as they are, had their renaissance phase. And they're stomping all over his name. Just terrible. I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell. We can't have drag queens anymore because of work. It's not even a joke. But yeah, that is the last stop pushing boundaries. Make Disney videos. No, I'm scared. The funniest thing Disney did was the Mulan live action. And they got so much wrong. It was really funny. But like the funniest one was when China, like not even China liked it. And when China watched it and Mulan galloped out on the field on her horse and took her helmet off and let her hair fly free. And everyone went, oh my God, she's a woman. And all the Chinese audience were like, what? Because I don't know if you know this, back in that time, everyone had long hair. Men all had long hair. So they were like, this doesn't make sense. They were like, no one would think she's a woman for having long hair back in this time, in this time in China. And it was meant to be like a girl boss moment, and instead it just enforced Western stereotypes, Western gendered stereotypes. It was so funny. God, like even China were like, this is bullshit. They fucked up so bad. So much was wrong. I mean, all you have to do is watch any ancient Chinese drama or see any ancient, like, Chinese, like, cosplayer or anything. They all have extremely long hair. Watch The Untamed or Grandmasters of Demonic Cultivation. Mo Dao Zushi. It's got, like, 3 names, which is a story set in, like, ancient China times. Everyone has super long hair. They're all beautiful, by the way. Everyone has super long hair. It's only recently that men started cutting their hair. Why? By the way, why? Why are you all cutting your hair? Stop it! Stop, stop it, stop it, stop cutting your hair! It pisses me off. What happened? What happened? Men used to wear makeup. Men used to wear heels. Men used to wear wigs. Men used to not cut their hair. What happened to men? What happened? What happened to the peak male form? What's going on? When did men stop serving cunt? Why? You've all become boring in your fashion, in your wear. I'm sick of this. Why have you all stopped serving? Answer me. This is what the patriarchy has taken away from us. What happened to men painting their nails? That's the craziest part, right? When people go, pink is for girls and blue is for boys. Idiots, pink used to be for boys back in like the early 1900s, 1800s. Someone just decided to change that. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Men used to wear crop tops in the 80s. What happened? What happened? Why stop? Why did you stop? It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. Until a man knows how to serve. I'm sick of this. Something I love about Oda is he's not afraid to make men with long hair. In his pirate manga, every time we have a time skip of a character and they've grown their hair out even just a bit, I go, thank God. Thank God. Oda never cuts hair. Frankie had us in the first half. Turns out he just always can change his hair now. When I saw that Sanji's hair had grown out to be like MILF length when he was 40, I was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Did Don Craig cut his hair? I don't even remember that bum. Don't even remember. I just saw that Gin had grown his hair out and I went, good. I mean, 40-year-old Zoro didn't have long hair, but even time skip Zoro had grown his hair a bit more out. Don Craig grew his hair. Don Craig grew his hair out. Peak, that's what I'm talking about. Like, genuinely, why did men start cutting their hair? Now this is really pissing me off. Where did this come from? Who started this? Who started this? I'm betting it was some guy that said, oh God, we can't look like women anymore. The patriarchy got involved. That's so upsetting. There are so many reasons we have to stop the patriarchy, and one of them is they've stopped men from serving. Terrible. By the way, did you guys know like how much older Ben Beckham is to like Shanks? I had no idea. I thought they were like the same age. They're like 10 years apart or something? That's crazy. Yeah, why he's so old? Why he's so old? It makes me think, I feel like Yasop and Shanks are around the same age, and it's making me think that Shanks and Yasop are like the Luffy and Usopp of their crews, where they're like the same age and they're like besties. Like that has to be it, right? That's so cute. I want to believe that's the case. Beckman. I keep calling him Ben Beckman. No, Ben... What did I call him? Ben Benham or something? It's like a stupid name. Ben Beckham? Ben Beckham? Ben Beckman. Stupid. That's a stupid ass name. Get a better name. Bennett like Beckham. Ben Buckingham. Ben Buckingham Beckham. Yeah, but Roger and Rayleigh were the same age. That's what made it charming when Rayleigh was like, stop it. God, I love this scene. Dude, this scene in Wano, the flashbacks, where Roger ran past Rayleigh and Gavan with that big smile. And Rayleigh said, you just want to fight him because he wanted to go fight Odin. That's when I fell in love. I was like, wait a minute, Roger is so cute. Wait a minute, he's so adorable. Running by with that big cheesy smile. Yeah, I fell for him. I'll admit it. Oda's very good at making guys who look tough on the outside, but it's so fun and goofy and so lovable on the inside. I was there for the Odin flashback for Roger and Rayleigh specifically, and a bit of Gaban, also Shuggy. That was so cute. Where's the guy with the monkey? Where's Hongo? Isn't that his name? Where's the guy with the monkey? He's very important to me. Oda, you bitch, you haven't added him yet. What the hell, monkeyless? I own One Piece Party. And I own some color walks, but I don't own the actual physical manga. But my roommate Aaron, he owns all of them. He's got a whole shelf for all of them. I do not own Shogeki no Sanji. I want to though, I really want to. Bleh. Bleh. The picture of female Sanji is probably from One Piece Party. Because I think I know what you're talking about. One Piece Party knows exactly what we want. Because One Piece Party also makes Law such a loser. It's so funny. There's also a part... It's in One Piece School, I think. Why do I not save the image? But it's so funny. Because Law's feeding this little creature called Onigiri. It's like a little dog. And it's thirsty. And Law's like, get out of here. I'm not going to feed you or give you anything to drink. And then he just does. And Law goes, devil guided these hands. The one where she's wearing an apron? Yeah, that's One Piece Party, I believe. Ah. One Piece Party also has a scene where Doffy says, open up, Law, and it kills me. God, where is it? I must have it oh no, I have it saved here. This is so funny. This is Sanji's psychological warfare. The pickled plum sandwich made by Doflamingo. Open up, Law. I cannot tell you how much I've quoted this. This is my Discord status. Open up, law. This is so dastardly of Sanji. This insane mental warfare. You have to eat it all. Open up, law. This open up law is my Discord status, and this is my header. You tried to get me, but it did not work. But it did not work. But this is my header, because this is so funny. Why is he doing that to him? No problem, no problem. Alright, it's midnight. I gotta stop for today. When I get to here, that'll be 12, and that'll be 16. Good, that's progress, that's progress. And that's 20, that's 25. I've got a long way to go. I've got a long way to go. We'll make it together. Also, formal apologies. My hair is probably going to be greasy as hell tomorrow because I can't wash it until the next night. Hair care stuff. Yep, jail time to go on my box. Alright. Box time. Yippee! Yay, in my box. I love being in my cell. Alright. Thank you for joining. I will be back tomorrow to keep streaming. As always. These streams have been fun. I will keep doing them. Thank you for working alongside me and for chatting with me. And I will... bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.